Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like it o'clock. And I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. You can go into my other videos to find out why I'm in the bathroom. It's been a bit of a life change and stuff. But I had some letters. I'm not going to mention who the people are for their sake. On chiming in on this Don Cherry issue that happened. And I thought about it. I didn't know if I wanted to, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I do. Not because I want to. I think it's a good idea for all of us to get our feelings out and get out there what's going on. First of all, the question is, should Don Cherry be fired? Well, in a perfect world, we're allowed to be vulnerable and say, this is how I feel without consequences. In a perfect world, but we don't live in a perfect world. Maybe you think that it is perfect, that you can't say some things like Don Cherry said. And maybe it is. I don't have all the answers. In some ways, like, we're in a perfect world right now just because it is. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Don Cherry is a wonderful human being. So are every single one of you. My answer to what Don Cherry said is, where do we find the compassion in what he said towards everybody? There's been a layer of things that have been happening. There's been like an elephant in the room, as they like to say, about remembrance days and wars and all of that for quite some time. We've had huge progressions since Don Cherry was young. And I was young, for that matter, in understandings of what happened in these wars. Was our country always right? Imagine if you went to another person's country and they believe, I almost can assure you, at whatever country you go to, those people believe that their people fought for their freedoms or their reasons or their ways. To have their ways. Are we all right? Did we kill people for our freedom? Did we kill people for our way, that we would have lost our way? Do we even believe in our way? There's a lot to go into this. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody because I don't believe it's anybody's fault. There's a lot of wars that have happened that people now realize that their country probably shouldn't have been there. And there's people that still don't realize that. Or maybe they're right. All I do know is that I have compassion for Don Cherry and his feeling and belief that his grandfather, maybe him, people that he knows, went to fight for our freedom. Whether or not you believe that that fight was true, they really did do that in their hearts, believe that it was true. I have compassion for the people that have come to this country from whatever that may be, going against who, for whatever reason, because their people said, we need to fight or kill for our thing. And they ended up being here because of it. In the crossfires, what have you, I don't know. I know that there's less and less poppies on people's shirts now. And I know that me personally, as I grow, I start to understand that I don't think any of these wars had to be. I have compassion for the people that believed in it and went and fought for what they believed in. But I'm not so sure that what we believed in was true anymore. I don't think that we ever had to kill anyone. I think that, I believe that it's possible that when the killing starts, everybody's wrong. I think it's possible. Everybody's incorrect. Yet I have compassion for all the people. There's people back in the days of Vietnam that wouldn't go to that war. And people didn't have much compassion for them at that time. A lot of people did not have compassion for them at that time. There's people that did go to that war that a lot of people had compassion for at that time. And maybe we still, and a lot of people still do today. But those people don't necessarily have much compassion for themselves for what happened. There's a lot of people that came back from that war that said, why are we here? Maybe there's a whole lot more of that than we don't know about. Or maybe we do know about it. Now, how does this affect Don Cherry and what he said and what all those things like that? Well, here in America, I live in Canada, United States, what have you, we have a tendency to fall on this idea of Christianity or whatever, Christian nation. Now, you may be an atheist, whatever the case may be, and find this silly, and you might have a good point there. But the whole idea of this Jesus character, the biggest thing he did in this mystical world, if it's a myth or if it's real or however you want to look at it, the fact of the matter is the words are on paper. And I do believe in our soul, we actually kind of believe this to be true and is what we desire. We desire to be able to say, forgive them, they know not what they do. So, if we have an offense against someone, forgive them, they know not what they do. If we have an offense against ourselves, forgive us, we knew not what we were doing. If we have offenses against countries or what have you, forgive us, we don't know, we knew not what they were doing. Forgive them, they know not what they're doing. Because the actual truth is, what we truly want is for all people to love each other. And when we do less than that as a humanity, we've all lost. We've all lost. And I believe it can happen. I believe that we truly can realize that nobody ever had to die. We never had to kill. I think there's a lot of lies and a lot of things that made us believe a lot of things that were probably not true. And that goes to every single country out there. So I have compassion for myself for believing whatever I believed. I have compassion for those that believe what they believe, because I don't know where they got it from, and I don't know. And then here's the next thing. Do we have compassion for those that told us to do things that maybe weren't true? Yes, have that one. I've come through my addiction process to realize a wonderful philosophy that has helped me be able to forgive all people. And I don't believe I'm not living in reality, although I thought for a while, it might be. I might not be living in reality, but the truth is, it's nobody's fault. Everybody is doing the best they can with the tools they have been given. You can go back and back and back, and there's reasons for people to point fingers at someone to say something. You could go into huge depths of why that is. But the answer I found comes to at the very end is, if we can view things as it's nobody's fault, we can really start to get to the truth of what caused the illness to happen. And I think war, killing, all of it is an illness in our society that can be healed. There you go. I don't know how many people I'm going to lose out of this, but I love every one of you. If you disagree with me, I love you. If you agree with me, I love you. If we can all be able to say and believe truly in our souls that we love every individual person out there, I think we could probably solve this. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.